If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 51 of the Inter Milan career mode here on FIFA 15. We start with a game at home against Cagliari. Obviously on the back of two games against Juventus. In the previous episode we were able to pick up victory against them in the league and technically a victory against them in the cup, although obviously we ended up going out on goal difference or on aggregate after a 6-5 defeat, but we did beat them 3-2 on the night and 3-1 in the league previously, so we came into this Cagliari game not necessarily in high spirits because obviously we'd just been knocked out of the cup, but we came into it on a run of good performances, which I guess is more important personally. Obviously me playing the game, I was playing good football rather than because obviously the spirits of the players in real life affect their performance, but not necessarily in the way that they play on the pitch in a FIFA career mode. But obviously they've got Victor Barbo up top on the right hand side of their midfield, or their front three, so going to be a difficult task to deal with him. And they had the first chance here. Cesena gets it out to Pisano into Mpoku, and a brilliant save down low by Bernd Leno. Wonderful left arm to keep that out and get it around the post. He had a bit of a dodgy spell, Bernd Leno, a couple of episodes ago towards the end of last week, but in yesterday's episode and today's, he has made some extremely good saves to make sure that we've kept the ball out of the back of the net, and we were able to put it in the back of the net at the other end just a couple of moments later. After 7 minutes, it was Inter Milan 1, Cagliari 0. Victor Barbo, though, was determined to at least try and get Cagliari back into the game, plays it into Erkdal, and unfortunately able to squeeze it underneath the goalkeeper, so after being 1-0 up after 7, it's 1-1 after 10, so that lead didn't last long. So the task was, of course, to try and get ourselves back in the lead. Nothing was going to happen for the rest of that first half, but we were going to try and continue to keep the pressure up on them in the second to try and get that second goal to go in front. Sissoko breaking around the outside of the defence here. I felt confident to try and hit that towards the top corner. Unfortunately, Lowe got the angle slightly wrong and it flew past the post, coming back off the support post that holds the net up at the back. Not quite the way I wanted to start the second half, but they came forward here, as you can see. 15 minutes still to go. Stood it up towards the back post, and I misread the flight of the ball. You see me with my defender in the middle in the 6-yard box. As the ball came over, I attacked the ball towards the near post, and it actually floated over me towards the back, where the man was then obviously free without being marked, as I'd kind of run the opposite way with the defender, unfortunately. And they found themselves able to take a 2-1 lead after we'd really worked very hard to get ourselves 2-1 in front. We were able, though, as you can see, from a fantastic solo run from Paulo Dybala, to get ourselves an equalising goal, but there's barely any time left to try and get a winner, although try we will, with plenty of men forward here in the attack. Toyoda's pass was picked off, but Sissoko recovers it. He's going to try and shrug off the challenge of the defender. Finds Tedder again into Dybala. Obviously scored the one to bring us back level, but a brilliant save from the goalkeeper kept us out. So we do only get a point at home against Cagliari. Our dominance in that game really deserved all three, but it was my mistake to misjudge the flight of the ball at the back post, and unfortunately that was what led us to going 2-1 behind in the first place. So we probably deserved the win, but you can understand why we didn't get it. So we jump back into European action against, weirdly, a side that we played in the final last year. We've played Fiorentina so many times this year. Twice in the league, once in the Coppa Italia, and now we've got them again in 2 legs in the Europa League. So we definitely know what to expect from them. But they have beaten us this year, and we've beaten them this year. So what the result was going to be, we weren't too sure. But starting at a bit of a rotation side, actually, coming into this one on the back of that game against Cagliari. There is an international break coming up, but it's not until after the second leg in this tournament. So I'm having to manage the squad as best I can. They're starting, obviously, Giuseppe Rossi and Mario Gomez up top, with Lorenzo Insigne sat there in that cam role. Obviously, he's been instrumental for them in that role since coming in from Napoli. Scored the goal that beat us in the first meeting between the two sides earlier on this season. Unfortunately, Sciolotto got in the way of that particular shot, and rather than deflecting it into the bottom corner with a stroke of luck, the luck was against us and it went the wrong side of the post. But we continued to keep the pressure on, as you can see, standing the ball up. Sissoko with a header, but a brilliant bit of goalkeeping again, this time from Nato. The goalkeeper for Cagliari pulled off a couple of very good saves, but Leno pulled off a brilliant save at the beginning of that game, and NATO continuing that run of brilliant goalkeeping performances so far in this episode, although unfortunately, I think, to be fair, goalkeeper was put off by the slide of the defender in front of him, and Giuseppe Rossi gives Fiorentina a 1-0 lead just before the half-time break. We're still in stoppage time at the end of that first period when Romero finds Terdea here, tries a shot from distance, and it doesn't matter whether the goalkeeper was able to get there or not. It was so close to going into that top corner. Unfortunately, though, that was the final kick of the half. And we had to go in at half-time, 1-0 down, and kind of regroup, come back and try again. Lucas Romero, though, trying a shot from distance, and another wonderful save from a goalkeeper. NATO proving to be the difference between the two sides right now. Lovely save from him there to keep the scores as 1-0, and I just kept up my pressure. We were dominant against Cagliari, we were dominant against Fiorentina, but when we got the ball on target, it was a brilliant save from the goalkeeper, and when I didn't get the ball on target, well, it wasn't on target, as you saw with the shot in the first half from Taider that flashed wide, and then that one from Marco Sal. Still coming forward though, but Charlotto, I just didn't put enough on that header. I tried to drill it with Gavanda when he had the space on the far side, but I only managed to get in a double tap rather than a triple tap, so he stood it up towards the near post, and then Charlotto's header was pretty disappointing. Wonderful turn by Marco Sal though, but an equally impressive save again by NATO. And that was the last kick of the game. Ridiculously good goalkeeping by him. No wonder the camera panned straight to him after the final whistle went, because he was the reason that we didn't score at least 3 goals in that game. Incredible piece of professional goalkeeping from him. And unfortunately, Giuseppe Rossi's goal gives them a 1-0 and away goal lead heading into the second leg for tomorrow's episode. So we're really going to have to be on our best performances in tomorrow's episode to try and get ourselves back from that 1-0 deficit. But trying to build in the Serie A if we possibly can. The gap is now 4 points to Juventus. We do have a game in hand on Roma above us though, so I felt confident going into this one despite the fact that we're actually playing the side that's right behind us in fourth in the shape of Lazio. A stronger lineup in this one. Stefan Jovetic, is back in the starting lineup, although he's at cam because we were having a little bit of problem with the squad rotation. A few players were quite tired, so I brought Jovetic in. He wasn't fully back to full fitness. He had like the little plaster symbol next to him, so I wasn't too sure how he was going to get on in this game. But they're starting their usual 4-2-3-1 here at Lazio with Felipe Anderson and Senad Lulic out wide, the Bosnian, and obviously Felipe Anderson is absolutely rapid. We looked at him a couple of times in this series to perhaps bring him in. We chose Gökhan Toure instead, and Dybala here picks the ball up though, tries a finesse shot from distance, just trying to catch the keeper off guard because Asori was a long way off his line, and it hits the top of the bar and goes over. Really unfortunate that we weren't able to take a really impressive 1-0 lead there, but we continue to put the pressure on. Romero plays a brilliant through ball to Paulo Dybala here, decides to play it off to Stefan Jovetic as he breaks into the box. Good save, but Dybala can't quite get to the rebound, and it's cleared away by the defender. We continue to be the man or the team on top. Gökhan Toure coming down the right hand side, turns back inside really nicely, finds a teammate in Freddy Guarin, gets the turn in, but another good save by Marchetti keeps us out. Still in the first half though, putting the pressure on them at the back, trying to steal it off them. Eventually though, they're able to play the ball around, get it away, and then Felipe Anderson is in behind, takes it around the goalkeeper, but a brilliant save by Bernd Leno, and then an exquisite block again by Alvarez Balanta, now back at full fitness himself. Unfortunately, Stefan Jovetic actually picked up a knock during this first half and had to go off and be replaced. So, fortunately though, he's not going to be out for long at all, and will be able to play in the upcoming fixtures, but was a little bit annoyed that I lost him despite being able to bring him back for this fixture. But we're into the second half now. Dybala twisting and turning, cuts inside the final defender before a lovely finish into the far bottom corner to make it 1-0, and finally we have the lead and we're able to actually get the ball past another very well performing goalkeeper. This time it's Federico Marchetti, but they came down the other end almost immediately after we'd gone 1-0 up, and Parolo is going to play it inside to Senad Lulic. Has the shot, it's well saved by Leno. I'm about to clear it, but Papadopoulos bounces off the goalkeeper rather than being able to run towards the ball. It's just a FIFA physics engine issue rather than an actual mistake, but unfortunately not really too much you can do about it. I went to try and clear the ball and it just straight up ran straight into the goalkeeper and wasn't able to clear it. So we've got pegged back to 1-1, but Rodrigo brings that down wonderfully. A brilliant touch and finish to make it 2-1 and give us the lead in the 65th minute. And as the fans went nuts, that was going to be enough to give us all 3 points in this one. A nice goal by us, good response by Lazio to come back and immediately score, but then we showed a good response again. 7 minutes till they equalised, 7 minutes till we went back in front. So unfortunately we are out Oh no, we're not out. We're still 1-0 down from the first leg of the Europa League, as you saw there. It's Juventus and Lazio in the final of the Coppa Italia. That's the competition we are out of, but we are still 4 points behind Juventus. They are yet to lose another game, but hopefully they will do between now and the end of this season. Again, their goal difference is vastly superior by +10, so we will need to probably finish above them on points rather than get above them on goal difference, unless of course we're able to pick up a couple of very impressive wins between now and the end of this season. But there are 10 games to go in this competition, but our main aim in the next episode tomorrow is that second leg against Fiorentina in the Europa League. So we'll come back with that one, and then we've got a game against Roma, I think, after that. So it doesn't get any easier, and they're sat right behind us in the league. So Champions League spot is the main aim for this one, but obviously if I can grab the Serie A title and the Scudetto as well, I definitely want to do that, to deny Juventus however many numerous back-to-back trophies that they've got in real life and now in this series as well, having won the season first time around. But we're going to bring this one to a close, and then we'll be back later on tonight with a My Player, obviously, on Tuesday, and I will be streaming later on tonight as well. So check the links in the description to my Twitch, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, add me on Facebook, and subscribe to my second channel. All the links will be in the description, along with the link to my sponsor G2A. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.